Lancaster, California, the start of the LA-Barstow Vegas ride. It's our 24th year of the ride. They're hosting it here at AVKTM. Thank you. And riders will be going about 225 miles today, finishing up in Barstow. And tomorrow they'll start out from Barstow and ride about 250 miles to the finish at the Orleans Hotel in Las Vegas.
It's 990 Adventure. Beautiful bike, very strong. It's almost 100 horsepower.
Yeah, this is my TVmoto WR450 for the ride.
Full sponsorship.
Yep.
What did you get as part of the sponsorship package?
I got these stickers.
Well, dual sport is meaning you got to have a street legal dirt bike, and the route will encompass about 20% paved roads and highways to get into town or into a gas station, and the other 80% is dirt roads and trails.
The dual sport motorcycle combines the lightweight and off-road capabilities of a dirt bike with the components necessary to make the bike street legal, such as turn signals, speedometer, horn, headlight, tail light, mirrors, and of course, proper insurance and registration. A dual sport's tires usually offer deeper treads than those of a street bike. Though appearing the same as a typical knobby dirt tire, dual sport tires are DOT approved, making them street legal. The exhaust system has a U.S. Forestry-approved spark arrestor with noise levels below 96 decibels. The front fender, unlike a street bike, is mounted high on the forks and is made of plastic. With the additions of all the street components, dual sport bikes are also generally bigger and heavier than their off-road counterparts. In many states, dual sport riders may simply modify stock dirt bikes to make them street legal. In 2004, California stopped issuing license plates for dirt-to-street converted bikes. Therefore, riders will frequently license their converted bikes in other states. These days, many dual sport bikes are available directly from major manufacturers, such as Suzuki, Honda, KTM, and Yamaha.
The neat thing about dual sport is that the guys they're gentlemen. They're really, really nice.
A dual sport event is an organized, non-competitive ride that usually consists of a majority of dirt roads and trails. Paved roads are generally used to connect the off-road routes. Courses are self-navigated tours that wind through often breathtaking scenery. At the beginning of an event, maps are distributed in the form of a roll chart, which contains specific directions on navigating the course. Despite these detailed guides, it's not uncommon to get lost.
This is the hardest part of the day.
Can I ask what you're doing?
I'm putting a roll chart on. This tells us how to get to the end of the line. It's not as hard as actually riding, but it's not as fun as riding either.
You have to track the odometer reading so you know where you're going, and you scroll it as you go along. The tricky part is some of these, you'll be in, this is obviously just street stuff because we're starting off on the street, but some of this stuff, you've got like 0.2 of a mile and you're already making a turn. So you have to be looking where you're going, dodging rocks and sand and trying to figure out where the turn is, and sometimes it's not marked that well.
I love to ride bikes. It's just awesome. Rocks, boulders, you name it. I like to ride it.
Well, there's places where the course will have a split for the hard way and easy way splits, and those who want a more challenging route, and those who are not as talented or maybe getting older and don't want to take the hard way routes anymore. So about half the riders go the easy way and about half go the hard way.
Motorcycle guys are great. They're hot, they're fun, they're adventuresome, and we love them.
It's my first time here. But I heard about that ride maybe 6 months ago, and since then I'm waiting for this day.
Most of our riders are ex-racers, guys who used to race years ago, maybe raced motocross or raced desert.
The origins of dual sport events can be found in desert racing. As fewer off-road trails became available for racing purposes, former desert racers looked for other ways to access this terrain through non-competitive organized events. In fact, the Los Angeles-Barstow to Vegas non-competitive event ran concurrently with the race through the 80s, and then continued even after the Bureau of Land Management stopped issuing permits for the competitive race.
And of course, the ride today is going to take them about 10 to 11 hours to complete. So they'll be riding all day. It's not that difficult as long as you pace yourself. You just got to remember not to waste time at the gas stops.
The American Indian blood allows me to ride for hours upon hours. Last year I drank way too much water and coffee at the start and had to stop like within the first hour, so I'm trying to avoid that this year. I hydrated really well for a week before, and I haven't really had more than a couple sips of water this morning. And I'm going to have a Camelback, and I'm just sipping water today.
You're bringing your daughters with you?
Yeah, I have my 2 daughters and my cousin and his daughter and his son also.
So I have some experience on this type of ride, but not like a desert style. So it's going to be my first time doing sand riding.
I've just been prepping things, just going through my bike very, very well, making sure I'm fit for it.
Basically a stock bike. I've got a steering dampener and a different triple clamp and some funky lights, and that's it. It's a matter of coming out here and seeing people you haven't seen for a year, riding with people you ride with every year, building stories for next year. Just a lot of fun.
Dual sport events also became a way for riders with no interest or background in racing to explore desert and mountain trails in a friendly group atmosphere.
Are you prepared for like breakdowns or anything like that?
Clutch handles and brake handles and tires, and hopefully nothing else will happen.
Lack of preparation. You guys, some people don't do proper preparation on their bikes, or maybe they don't bring the appropriate amount of spare items, because guys will get flat tires. Probably on average we'd see out of 250 riders, with 30 or 40 of them will have a flat tire. And the riders are properly prepared. They've got the stuff to repair a tire out on the trail, the tools and a spare inner tube, and they're ready to go. But other people don't bring hardly anything for spare parts. And the guys who have stuff to fix anything on their bike, they'll usually stop and help somebody out. That's how you learn what you really should have brought along, you know?
Gretchen.
And why are you here today?
Because
Daddy's on a dual sport ride.
oh yeah, because Daddy's on the dual sport.
Ready to meet you?
Because one of the nice things about a dual sport ride is when you set out on the route, you know there's going to be a gas stop 70, 80 miles down the road, because the course is going to lead you there. But when you're just out on your own, if you don't know how far away till the next gas station, that's when you can get in trouble and run out.
Riders also frequently use GPS to navigate courses. Checkpoints are set up along the route to ensure that all riders are accounted for.
All we're doing is checking out for safety. That way we know what time they left, and we can follow if they get lost on the trail. They left here, they didn't get to checkpoint 2 or checkpoint 3.
43 checkout, yeah.
Sweep teams also follow behind to help disabled riders.
Well, we helped a guy with a concussion, and then he fell and hurt his neck, so we just stayed with him to make sure he came in okay.
This marks my 10th year anniversary, and there was 1 year in the middle there. I think it was probably the 3rd time I did it where I did not make it. I crashed my bike in the middle of the desert, well, somewhere between Barstow and Vegas, and my bike, I was okay, but my bike wasn't.
I have been doing this for about 6 years now, and so it's a lot of fun signing up about 300 guys. And everybody has a great attitude when they come through here. So.
But it's not all guys, is it?
No, there's actually about 25 girls this year. So it's actually really fun to see the girls out there too.
I do competitive desert racing and GPs, enduros, everything that District 37 puts together, I do it.
District 37, which sponsors the LA-Barstow to Vegas event, is a charter club of the American Motorcyclists Association located in Southern California.
Yes, I'm Paul's daughter.
We ask every rider to bring toys for children, and then we give them over so they have a wonderful Christmas.
I've just heard a lot of good things about the ride, and I can't wait to get out there and explore.
400 miles is a good trail ride. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.